Quick sales tip for you today, and that is to remove all the friction you can from the sales process. The more friction, the harder it is to close the sale. What is friction? Now think about the sales process as a football field. You have to take the prospect from one end all the way to the other. At the starting goalpost is the beginning of the sales process. At the other end of the field is the ending goalpost where they become a customer. If you and the prospect are on the field alone, all by yourself, and there's nothing between you and those goalposts other than cleanly cut grass, it's a quick walk with no friction at all, nothing in your way. But now let's say there's a small rock on the 10-yard line that you don't see. Now maybe it's easy to step over, it's a small thing, but that rock could cause some friction. Small, but still could stop the process if the prospect, say, steps on it wrong or trips over it. Maybe there's a lot of rocks on the field. Maybe the grass is longer than it should be. Maybe there's a few pricker bushes up ahead. And hey, it is a football field in this analogy, so maybe there's a few linebackers out there trying to tackle you. Anything large or small on that field between those goalposts is going to cause friction. Your job is to know what they are and how to deal with them. The more thought and preparation that you give them, the better your chances. Some typical things that cause friction for you might be price, maybe time, change, confusion. The more expensive something is, the more friction. How do you handle price? Are you prepared to remove all the price friction without having to just lower your price and compete on price? The more time something takes to onboard, the more friction there's going to be. The more change your prospect has to take in order to hire you, the more friction. People will stay with the devil that they know or not make any change at all if you're not able to overcome and get past that friction. Confusion is a big one. The more technical what you do is, the more friction there's going to be. The first step to managing sales friction is to identify them. Know all the friction players on your field. The next step is to have a plan. You may not be able to completely stop all those other players on the football field trying to tackle you, but like a great coach, you can develop plays and then prepare your team to run them in practice. It's worth every ounce of effort to think about all those points of friction in your sales process and plan to mow it down so it doesn't mow you down and derail the sale. Want an easy way to get past friction? audIT does it for you. It makes tech easy to understand, it crushes price objections, and because it employs gap selling for MSPs and other sales psychology, it makes the pain of not making a change much worse than the friction of making a change. To learn more about audIT, just go to auditforit.com and schedule your demo.